Victoria's famed Golden City, Ballarat, a part of the national network of ABC television.
Okay, so I'm actually ready today, and I shouldn't wait for the video, should I? I should just launch in when it finishes on the computer. Okay, well, I had a terrible night's sleep last night. I had all the doors and windows open, and it was probably 28 degrees centigrade at 2 o'clock in the morning, but a cool change came through, or sort of a cool change came through around about midday, and so I've got all the doors and windows open again. It was so bad last night I couldn't sleep, and I actually got up and finished recapping one of these chassis, and it was sort of working until I did the last capacitor, and then it sort of just crackled and popped and made all sorts of strange noises, and yeah, died sort of, but I can hear it through the speaker, just if I put my ear right up to it, and I can trace it through with the signal tracer, and yeah, so I reckon a transistor's gone or something like that in it, and that's the same with the other one too. I think a transistor just died, probably the same one, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll have a look at that a bit later. Now, oh yes, I was going to demonstrate this, but I don't think you'll be able to hear it anyway. Okay, so I'll put all this away, untangle all this mess. This is the signal generator and a loop, and this capacitively couples to the antenna, and yeah, so I can get a good signal through it and everything like that. And I've actually peaked it up because I used the one with the this, yeah, just unhook all this and magnetize that, and this is, I'll use this camera over here. About to sneeze. Yeah, I'm going to sneeze a lot, I think, because I've been out doing the gardening for the last couple of hours and pulling up sort of dying weeds. There was actually a couple of huge Scottish thistles, almost as tall as I was, and they've got huge thorns all over them, and they've only grown up in the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to be sniffing a lot too. Okay, so I peaked it up with this little meter here. It's got a I don't know whether you can read that or not on the top. Let's see how close I can get. Yeah. So I would say, oh no, it was upside down. It's a radicator. So obviously a radio indicator. There we go. Should be able to see that. There we go. A radicator. And it's made by Toyo Munsen. Yeah, so a lot of Panasonic radios have got those little meters in them from the 60s. But I didn't know they were called radiometer. Radicators. Strange word. Sounds like you're eradicating something. Okay, so I'll just do a bit of tidying up here. And put that on there, we won't lose them. And this little bit of packing cardboard was in the proper one, or the one I fixed. Behind the speaker, so they had obviously moved to foam, and here's all the caps from it. I'm not going to go through them, we know they're bad. Just put those in there, and I'll just shake this out. Now I had one of these, well I still got it actually, one of these tape recorders it was my first tape recorder back in about 1976 or something ridiculous, and I recorded lots of things on it. And it sounded okay, but I was always jealous of my friend who had a Sony TC 270, which isn't a particularly high model in the range, but it was much more robust. And usable. This Akai was, I wouldn't say it was bad, but it wasn't the greatest. Yeah, that shows you the quality, doesn't it? They didn't even bother to put that on straight. So that's that. It's the head cover. And we also had, what? Oh yeah, yep. Here's something loose in this. Should have stood up to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this on the bench actually. Then I'll look at it. There's something loose in there. So this is it. No, I don't know. I can't remember. Do not remove front cover. Why not? Yeah. Is this right? Okay, I'll go to the other camera. Yeah, there it is. And because it's a silver front, it doesn't like the lighting. Yeah. Okay. And it looks much the same as mine, Mine was a valve one from 1965, I think. It was the 1700, and had a vinyl covered case with a cover and a handle on it. And this is a W, so it's in a wooden case. Well, they're both in wooden cases. Yeah, this is sort of a more vinyl covered case with wood grain on it, and it's got the it doesn't have a handle or anything like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is an Ampex tape, and it's actually playing. I played it the other day. It looks a bit different to mine, but it's exactly the same, except mine only had 1 meter and a switch. This has got a tape selector on it, low noise and wide range, but other than that, it's exactly the same. Oh, it's got a slightly different pinch roller. I think mine's quite small. They probably did this too. And that's rock hard, as you would expect. So they didn't actually do very much, and they kept this mechanism going right to the end of 7-inch production. So automatic off. So that's a power switch there. So when it drops down, it'll turn off. But that leaves the pinch roller connected. So this, yeah, it is working. Hasn't gummed up. Well, it's probably been serviced. It sounds quite reasonable. Just plug it in. L of A, neutral earth. Oh, live or active it would be. Yeah. Earth neutral active, yep. And won't be able to play you anything music wise. So I'll bring this around. Yeah, doesn't like this lighting when that is sort of directly on this. So and yeah, so that's on now, and it's spinning quite well. Of course that, yeah, that is exactly the same as mine. Made that horrible noise. So I just didn't turn off silently, and yeah, it let you knew when the tape was ended. And that is pretty clogged up actually, those heads. I have to give those a good scrub. It's probably a slightly different erase head. I know the playback head is different. So that's that. Yeah, so the customer, if I can call him that, he's the one who's given me the 8-track cartridge player and a bunch of tapes and a couple of other things. He's in the club. And yeah, this has been out before. Some of the bottom screws very loose and one's missing. Yeah, so it plays back fine as far as I can tell, but he says when he records he gets a nasty noise in one of the channels. Now I don't know whether that's a switch or a pot or something like that. Excuse me. Oh dear. Okay. Probably about to sneeze again. What else can I tell you about it? Yes, it's got a more decent tape counter on it. Mine had 3 numbers, but it was a sort of a knurled knob, and you had to turn it around quite a few times to reset it, and it wasn't all that accurate anyway. It's got a speed switch up the top here for 7.5 and 3 3/4 inches per second, and down here there is a 50-60 hertz thing, which, yeah, that's pretty ugly. They use this chassis for a lot of their machines. We had about 3 at school. They were slightly more modern transistorized things. I don't think they were ever all that valuable in terms of where they sat in the lineup. Yeah, so we've got yeah, this shows you how high inflation was during the 1970s. So we've got 379 and 389, and this was the GX 210D. So that's had the glass and crystal head, I think. The GX ones, and this was an auto reverse version. So yeah, and yeah, this is from 1977 with all the prices and everything like that. So yeah, to own one of our new turntables, you may have to go without a few luxuries. Yeah, it's got all the, well, not all the amplifiers, but L and G. I don't know who they were. Wonder if they became LG. We've got those nice cassette decks from Technics. Love one of those lower ones. I think it's the same mechanism as an Akai of the period. I had a friend who bought a excuse me, what did he have? He had a Akai 6. It was a 6 series, but it had the sloping cassette mechanism in it. But it was sort of this style of thing, but yeah. So yeah, there's another Akai ad. Does your sister hunger for one? In fact, I've got that amp just here. Well, not that particular one, but this is the 1020. I've got the 1040 sitting right behind me, and they're all basically the same inside. They just had different power ratings. Yeah, this has sort of got everything in it. Very nice looking Toshiba machine there. Sort of a crossover one. Obviously they hadn't got their upright ones in order yet. Cartridges, Ewer, Lenco, got a Lenco fan which I had on last night. Dock order. Mai used to sell these, and they had one of these set up, and I used to play with it because during the week no one was around on that floor, and you would just go into their little hi-fi booth or section, little closed off room, and muck around with the hi-fi gear. Wouldn't be able to do that now. Kenwood speakers, Scotch tape, speakers, TAC Professional Portable, put this dock order here. I've got written yes next to it, but it was $2,000 back in 1977. But a Hitachi with the slot mechanism. So that must have been a common mechanism. Yeah, that was not too bad. $650. That's a Nakamichi, and there was a Yamaha, exactly the same. Yamaha just used Nakamichi machines for a very long time. I've got a Yamaha out in the garage, and that looks like another portable cassette deck. Portable, just rebranded. I know there's the other more modern Hitachis, and it's got the slope one. Yeah, all these tape decks and different tapes, 3-in-1s. Toshiba was $700. Yeah, there's Yamaha slope one. They were nice, those machines. Although that's only $350. TAC tape recorders, reel-to-reels. TACs again. Yeah, there's that. The TAC version of that, portable. TAC Sharp. No Sony tape recorders in here. Actually, that's interesting. That's the Revox A77. I've got the B77, and it was only was it $849, $850. Maybe they were just sort of getting rid of them. And I've got the large magazine things as well. So this is the 1975 manual. This was $1. This would have been when I did the paper round. I spent all my money on Dreams. 1975 I've written in it. Yeah, so TAC. Amplifiers. JVC, Maxell tape. Marantz. A very sensitive sound. Nice amplifiers. They were quite interesting. legally we can't call this a reel-to-reel deck. Yeah. These I remember being quite good, but I don't know how they'd stack up today. Is there only a piano key type mechanism? Yeah. Oh, the new Rotel 211. I've got the predecessor to that. And I've got an RA311 as well. And and it sells for under $100. That was Encel who did all the importing of that stuff, and his company Interdin still do that. I think Rambler HiFi Quadrasound Center. Jeez, wouldn't buy Rambler stuff. Gelco, all these brands which have disappeared. Luxman, they're still around. That's a really good amplifier, the 507. Sounds really nice. It should for $460 in 1975. Price on application for all the Marantz amplifiers. Meet the TC224. I remember those. Yeah. Would you believe Sony stereo in a portable compact beauty like this? Doesn't have a radio in it though. Harvey Mayer, Monarch, they disappeared. Onkyo, they turned into rubbish. Pioneer are no longer. Philips, $179. That was sort of budget stuff. Sonab, they made reasonable quality stuff. Yeah. Test Record, Sugden, Sony, TA1066. I think they've got strange, well not strange, but transistors which there's no equivalent and you can't get anymore. Yeah. BASF cassettes. I think this is a bit later. Cassette decks. Number 2. Don't even have the cover for this one. 1973. Yeah. I've got to be careful because there's a lot of nudity in some of these ads. Yeah, all those ones. And 1975 directory. Must have wanted to look after stuff because I'll put tape around there. Stop the cover frame. Technics amps. A friend had, I think it was this one. Yeah, the 3200. And he kept on shorting the output transistors in it. Open reels. There's the 377. Reel-to-reel machine. Is that? No, it won't be a Sony. There's the Nakamichi 1000 and the 700. Pioneer, Revox, Sony TC177. They were a nice machine. They sounded great. There's the portable. Techniques. Where's the reel-to-reel ones? No, there's not a lot in these considering. And we've got cassettes and tape recorders on their way out. And let's have a look at the index. Sony TC755A. That was their top of the line one. Sharp made some reasonable equipment. Sonab. Ewa. I didn't know they sold. Oh, it's a 3-in-1. Yeah. When stereo equipment looks this good, imagine how it sounds. I spent a lot of money on a full colour rad, so yeah, $750. Very low distortion, excellent machine, well made and very attractive. You could not go wrong considering this unit. And I think Ralph Neal did all the writing for these magazines. He was a Melbourne journalist. He was on the ABC for decades. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So, turn the volume down on this. Okay. Now this one is useful in that it does have the springs in the holders. So we'll take this off. Right. Now, they say don't take the front off. Wonder why. What if there'd be the grub screws down in here. I'll turn it off. This is going to spin around here. This is going to be very awkward and heavy. Yes, it's got a couple of very, very rusty grub screws there. And this will spin off if it's loose enough. Yep, it's loose enough. So we'll take the pinch roller off. Okay, it's got a flat spot on it. Is this going to come off or is it just spinning around? Oh, there it is. Right, almost off. There we go. Oh no, it's just a cover on it. Does it have a... No, there's no... Yeah, someone's definitely been in here. It's supposed to have a little nylon washer on here. And it's got nothing, and this is, yeah, I don't know whether you can see that. It's got a... I don't know if we can do it on this camera. Oh yeah, I can do it on the other camera. And yeah, so you can see the flat spot on it. Not great. Yeah, this has been left. Yeah, and it's rock hard. So I'm going to try some rubber reviver again. I'll have to buy some more. Okay. Now, we've got our pause here too. That's very, yeah, that's very stiff. And then that sort of locks in, and then you press this. So that needs oil or something. Rub screws. Don't know whether you can hear the wind in the background. So these are loose as well. Yeah, someone's definitely been in here. Hard to say whether that's metal or plastic. Feels like metal. And is that the same screw? Yeah. Yeah, it is the same screw. That's all right. What else? The knobs. Yeah, mine had nice aluminium knobs on it. Yeah, I'm not sure why they painted these gold. I'm pretty sure they're the original knobs though. Okay. Right. Now I'll have to stand it up. Yeah, should have stood up again. And we've got go back to the other camera. Yeah, so we've got two screws here. It doesn't look like the back comes off. Maybe it does. Maybe the whole wooden part comes off. Mine had all these metal pieces on it, or two metal pieces. One of which you could open. Gee, this is loose. And wasn't expecting those. Yeah. Just wondering if these have got to be the original screws. They're anodized, the same colour as the knobs. Now, is the back going to come off? No, it's all one piece. Although, if I remember, mine you had to undo the four feet on it. Right. Well, it's a bit different. Something's rolling around in there. It's a bit different. It's got a phono input, this one. So phono mic, high and low, line out, line in with the ground. We've got our speakers, So mute, record monitor, normal and PA. Still got our 6.5 jacks for the speaker, and yeah, this arrangement's slightly different. And why is that fuse loose? That's a bit of a worry. Yeah, tighten that up. Okay, we'll take the bottom screws out. Oops, don't knock that off. I'll stand up this time. I wasn't going to injure myself. This isn't as heavy as mine. But I would imagine it's still got a whacking great transformer in it. Do these three. That is really loose. This one is hanging out. Not done up at all. And this looks like a replacement. This is not anodized. Although, yeah, might be original. But it's, yeah, the head's not anodized. It's the right length. Yeah. Imagine it would come up. So we'll stand it up again. And we'll see if it moves around. No. Wonder if you have to take the feet off as well. Just do. That loosen it up. Yeah. Okay. Bit strange having the screws and these. Oh, okay. So these are different screws. So I'll leave that one in there. That's not going to come out there. So we'll lay it down again. I think these are going to be strong enough. Oops. Okay. and is coming out. And the screwdriver fell on my foot. Yeah. I wonder how the speakers are connected. Alright, so it's coming forward. Something's keeping it there. I'm going to take the front panel off, despite what they say. And we can see what we're up against. This has to come off anyway for lubrication. Feels like it should come out. No. It's attached to. No, it's just attached to that. I see it's turning around in there. It's got a standoff which is loose. Or something that's loose. Okay, so there's a screw. And lucky last on the front anyway. Oops, that was looser than I thought it was. Yeah, better find that. So I'll forget about it and then go and vacuum it up. So that's that bit. This bit. Okay, what does this reveal? Okay, so this doesn't come off. It's screwed on there. They look like rivets to me. Yeah, that's not attached there, is it? Is there something there? And we've got something here. Aha, a little screw here. Sneaky. A little nut. And yeah, so that's the panel. Virtually the same as the one I've got. And yeah, that's it. Nice flock inside it to stop it vibrating, at least. Mine still had it last time I looked, which was about 30 years ago. Mine, the main switch had died. So when you change the the mode of it, the had a massive great multipole switch in the center around about here, and a couple of those contacts had died, and so that motor's okay. It's all rusty under here, a lot of dust along there, a lot of dust inside there. Yeah, I need a good clean and lubrication. And these seem okay. That's reasonably soft. It's not rock hard. And that one's the same. It's hard, but it's not rock hard. Yeah, the motor's up here. And on mine, I think you can take this off and do 1 7/8. Right, so let's lie it down again. We'll see. Oh, here we go. It's coming out. I'll unplug it so I can put the cord through the back. Okay, the speakers are attached still. Don't have to take the grills off or anything. Now, what can I grab onto on the front? Okay. Right. Yeah, much simpler than mine. I really got the cost of these right down. And okay, this was what was rattling around. Just a little, I don't know what that is. Some sort of little cap or something. Yeah, so this will need a good clean out outside. And this is just plywood with a vinyl coat covering on it. Nothing fancy. Yeah, I'll show you mine one day. Mine's got a great big switch here, so it takes up about that much. It's almost as big as the motor, and this is very rusty on the top, but I think that's just a shield. And that's mucky down there. That connector. Yeah. Speakers are bigger, but I don't think they're quite as, or maybe they're better. Just different. We've got, everything's going to fall off. So that goes down to there. Yeah. So we've got this big belt, big floppy belt here for the counter, and that's about it. So that'll need a good clean out down inside. Let's have a look underneath. So we'll lay it down. cobwebs galore. That's our pause. Oh, that's all full of cobwebs down there. Got a little light for the meters. Not, oh yuck. Hope there isn't anything living in here. It's all dead. These things are made of such thick metal, these chassis. And yeah, not a great deal to see, but just the circuit boards under there. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. Yeah. So I'll have to look for the schematic for this. I'm sure we'll be able to find it somewhere. Just two boards. Yeah, it's much simpler than mine. I would imagine this is a phono stage. And this is the gubbins for the actual tape recorder here. Yeah, it's got spider webs all over it. So yeah, very simple. Yeah, it looks like someone's been in here and done some work on it. Because these are all burnt, the wiring, although they were never great from the factory. Remember, the ones at school didn't have the amplifiers in them. They were just the plain deck, so they're a bit more simple. Didn't have the speakers or anything in them. Yeah. So I'm going to have to take this out to the garage and blow it out. Yeah, we've still got this it's sort of quite clever, isn't it? Just having this wire across to the switch over here. Yeah, mine that undid, and there was a roller bearing thing in there. It looks like there is in this one. You just have to take that off occasionally to oil it. And yeah, very simple machine. This is the, I'll put one of the levers back on and I'll demonstrate. So this is play and record. So this just does that. So this moves a cam over here and moves this up, and yeah, and just yeah, so that engages. And we've got a nylon washer on there, but none on here. And that's just fast forward. So it just engages the engages this, and this is rewind, and it pulls this down, which goes against this one, which goes against this one, and then there's a lever across here somewhere. So this one, yeah, and it disengages the brake. And I believe, yeah, this part down here is made of pot metal, and these go and they're impossible to replace. So you have to keep them really well lubricated. And then they're fine. And there's some dried up grease on there. Okay, so I can't do very much more with this until I take it out into the garage and blow it out. So let's end this just over an hour. So this was just an exploration of this machine and getting the cabinet, which turned out to be reasonably easy. Yeah, I mean this hasn't changed at all from mine. I mean the real tables have, mine are metal and don't have the rubber gizmos on them or the spring reel holders. So you just lift these up, turn them around, and they hold the tape in place. Yeah, so this is, yeah, that's really, it's dried up grease on there. Yeah, that's really tight. So yeah, okay, let's end it here. I'm very, very tired anyway. Only had about 2 hours sleep last night. So, just to sum up, the national radios we did yesterday, I managed to get one working. A signal passes through it, but it's very, very, very low, and that indicates a dud transistor in there, and I think that's what happened to the other one as well. We've taken this apart and explored the mechanism, and yeah, I might see if I can get mine out of the garage, and just to show you, because it's, as I say, it's a valve one. Yeah, okay, so thanks for watching and tuning in. I've got grease on my finger, so I better clean this off before I touch all the other gubbins. And yeah, thanks for watching and tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow is New Year's Eve, is it? Tomorrow's Wednesday, must be New Year's on Thursday. Yeah, so tomorrow will be the last of the these sort of specials, unless I just do impromptu ones. Yeah, you can see the cobwebs blowing. I don't know whether maybe you can't. Okay, so I'll see you later, alligators. Bye.